We are honouring the memory of those we've lost to the coronavirus. The pandemic is likely to be with us for many months, if not years to come. As our world changes, we must adapt and carry our sadness on this new journey. A particularly hard road for Cape Town teenager Amy Forkwyn. She lost both her parents on the same day to COVID-19. Barry and Heidi Forkwyn were pillars of their community, dedicated to helping others. Our reporter spoke to their grieving daughter.
Shortly after Barry Forkwyn from Retreat was hospitalized with COVID-19 symptoms, his wife and daughter tested positive too. Barry was a driver for the Alexandra Psychiatric Hospital and Heidi an inspirational figure in the disabled community. She became blind at 17 due to diabetes. Heidi and Barry celebrated their 21st anniversary on Friday, 19 June, on ventilators and in induced comas. The next morning, her sister Bernice had a difficult task.
The hospital called me to say that Barry had passed away. So it was a concern, how was I going to get into the house with Amy, not exposing myself. And I had to be there. I just had to be there for her. When I was there, I had to break the news to her. It was the hardest thing to do. I mean, you can just imagine, a young girl losing her father. And she's worried sick about her mom as well.
Amy and Bernice were able to visit Heidi in hospital that afternoon.
Ek het nie gesê dat my pa oorlede is nie, maar wat ek gesê is dat ek haar nodig het by die huis en dat sy moet huis toe kom. So dat was baie moeilik om te weet dat sy niks weet van my pa nie. And then not long after that, she passed away as well.
What really broke Amy was that she never saw her father since the day he was hospitalized.
With my dad, they said, of course, that he would need a few hours of oxygen, and the few hours turned into 10 days. And unlike my mommy, my daddy never really got better. I had a lot of hope for her. And so when I found out about the passing on Saturday, it really left me shocked and really broken as well.
The couple will be buried once 19-year-old Amy has recovered. Amy wants to make her parents proud by completing a teaching degree and continuing serving communities just like her mother and father did. Nadine Theron, Cape Town.
May Amy and all those who've lost loved ones to COVID-19 never walk alone. As we pay tribute to those who are no longer with us, President Cyril Ramaphosa has a special message for those who are grieving.
For the last few months, we have become witness to the daily ritual of news that is spread across the world. Every day, in every country, there are announcements about the latest coronavirus figures. We get information about how many new coronavirus cases have been confirmed, how many tests have been done, how many people have recovered, and how many people have died. These statistics are plotted on graphs, comparisons are made, projections are revised, and commentary is delivered. We have learned to pay careful attention to the shape of the curve. Is it too steep? Shouldn't it be flatter? Are things getting worse? Or are they getting better? We ask ourselves. In all this attention to statistical detail of this pandemic, we can too easily lose sight of the human cost. We can too easily forget that the numbers on these charts represent real people, mothers, fathers, children, grandparents, friends, and neighbors. They represent people with their own hopes and aspirations, people with fears and regrets, people who have dreams about their futures. But now, many of those lives have been disrupted by this virus. Dreams have been shattered. Anxiety has taken hold. Many lives have been lost, taken away by a disease that came without warning, and that spread without any regard for borders, for nationality, race, age, sex, religion, or affiliation. Today we remember those people in South Africa and across the world who have lost their lives to this disease. We think of their families, their friends, their colleagues, as they have to cope with the loss of someone dear and close to them, whose life meant so much. We grieve for the potential that will never be realized, for the anniversaries that will never be celebrated, for the absence that will always be felt. But we also draw comfort from the compassion and solidarity and sense of belonging together that this virus has evoked within our nation. As we remember those people who have lost their lives to the virus, as we reflect on their lives and the meaning and joy that they brought to those around them, let us make this pledge to their memory, that we will do everything within our power and our means, as individuals, as communities, and as a society, to cherish the health and the well-being of all our people, to save lives, to protect livelihoods, and to build a better, more caring society. May God bless South Africa and protect its people.